Hey everybody! Today I would like to make a video about a video we posted about 2 weeks ago. It was why we moved to Sweden, and I told a little bit about why we moved. And in the Netherlands, I got hit in the face a couple of times, and we got so much comments under our video. And really a lot of views. So I really want to thank everybody for commenting. And because we got so many comments, it was almost impossible. We tried to reply to everybody, but it's almost impossible to leave a big reply to everybody. So I thought, let's make a video um, and answer the most asked questions, or answer questions that need to be answered. For instance, why I got hit. I didn't tell it in the video. So yes, let's start. By the way, I'm at a beautiful location at the moment. It's a frozen lake. Beautiful. We've been here in summer and it was a beautiful little beach, and now it just is even more beautiful. So let's begin. I wrote it down like a pro, by the way. So we got asked a lot, what do we do for work? Because we live in the middle of nowhere. Is there a lot of work here? So we don't work at the moment. We took a year off to learn the language and work on the house a little bit, get adjusted to the Swedish life. Because when you just new in the country, you have to take care of a lot. Get a personal number and ID card, stuff like that. So, and then learning the language, I also think it's really important to integrate into the country, but also if you want to find work later, it's really good to speak a bit Swedish. So we're doing that. Our Swedish is getting okay. Some basic Swedish, but yeah, we need to learn more to really master it. But that's going okay. And as far as work here, there is quite some work. So when the time is right and we want to start working, there is quite a lot of work. There are mines here at about 1.5 hour drive from here. So there you can probably almost always get a job there. There's so much work there. And there's a lot of work for truck drivers, stuff like that. I need Joe's hands. So yeah, when we want to start working, yeah, we can. That's not a big problem here. There's a lot of work, but you just need to drive for a bit. So, 1 or 2 hours you have to drive. But in the Netherlands we did that too, actually. So that's not a big difference for us. And also, what did I want to say? Oh yeah. Also, the reason that we can take a year off is what I said in the last video. We sold our house for a good price in the Netherlands, so we are blessed that we can take a year off. We know that, so we are really thankful for that. Yeah. Why did I get punched? Did I deserve it? I don't think so. I don't think I deserved it. Like I said in the video, in the Netherlands I was a train conductor. So I worked on the trains and on the stations. So at the first Christmas day I was walking through the station, and a woman came to me a bit panicked, and she said she was being harassed. So, and I quickly noticed that yeah, it was the case. There was a guy really crazy. His eyes were really big, so he was probably on a lot of drugs. So yeah, I wanted to get the guy away from her, step between them, and then he almost immediately started punching me in the head, and later he even started kicking me in the stomach, and yeah, that went on for 1 or 2 minutes, and then the security guys from the station came and he took him down. So I was not expecting it, so it was kind of sucker punches. But I was okay after that. I had some bruises on my face, but I was okay. So that's that. That's that. So, isn't it too cold and too dark here? Oh, it is cold. At the moment it's minus 28, so that's pretty cold. But it does not feel that cold, you know, still outside. You have to have the right clothes, and then you're okay. It's not humid here, it's not windy here, so it doesn't feel as cold. I mean, right now it's pretty cold, I can say, but um, yeah, it's not as cold as you would think it is. In the Netherlands, it feels really cold when it's just -1. But there, it's always windy, always humid, so it's a different kind of cold. And as far as being dark here, no, it's yeah. In the winter, there are less, you know, how you say it, sun hours, but it's a lot of the times we have this beautiful blue skies. It's not cloudy a lot. So and there is sun there. So at some other parts that there is sun. There. So it's not that bad. And you know, it's now end of January, and it's not as dark anymore as it was 1 month ago. So it's probably now we have daylight between 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock or something. The the sun maybe rises at 9 and sets at 2 or 3, I don't know. But long after the sun has set, it's still pretty light. So, oh yeah. Okay, next question. Or more like comment. In Sweden, it's bad also, and that's true. In the Swedish cities, things are probably pretty much the same as the Netherlands. Also, a lot of stories about violence there. But yeah, we live far in the north of Sweden, so yeah, we are far and far away from that. So we don't notice those things here. Aren't the prices in the grocery store, aren't those too high, and don't you have crazy electricity bills? So groceries, yeah, it's a lot higher than the Netherlands, maybe 50% or so. I don't know. So that's pretty high. But other things are lower here. So, for instance, you know, diesel and gasoline prices are a lot lower than the Netherlands. We pay a lot less tax for our car. So, you know, with all things considered, it's probably about the same as the Netherlands. And as far as our electricity bills, and they're not that bad actually. The electricity price in northern Sweden are pretty low, lower than the south of Sweden, and a lot lower than the Netherlands. And we installed a new heating system, Jordwärme, so that's really efficient too. So our electricity bill is really not that high. It's about 250 euros or 2,500 kroner. So that's not bad at all, I think. We got some comments about that. Also, a lot of people move back. You know, a lot of Dutch people move back when they move to Sweden, they don't like it and they go back. Well, I haven't spoken to people like that, but I'm sure they're there, because I think maybe a lot of Dutch people do not realize that life here in Sweden is a lot different than the Netherlands. So probably a lot of Dutch people think if they move to Sweden, life is exactly the same. Only difference is you have a bit more room and a bit more nature. But no, that's you really have to change your life here. It's not the same as in Holland. In Holland, you go to work and when you get home, you're gonna sit on the couch and watch TV. Here you have to work a little bit. You have to plow the snow, chop some wood maybe. Yeah, you have to work a little, and that's really we like it actually, because it's really rewarding for us. And if you don't have so much input here, also, it's so quiet. You live here with nature, and for some people it's too quiet, but for us. Okay, so one downside of the cold, cameras and phones don't like it. So my battery died. So I shall finish it here inside our house. I don't know where it was. It was about Dutch moving back to the Netherlands, or other people from other countries. What did I say? I don't remember. But yeah, the Dutch are more individualistic, I think. And here, well, in this village, I don't know what it's like in other villages, but in this village, we have to work together a little bit. And yeah, for instance, when we go to the supermarket, we ask if our neighbors need something, because we know it's a long drive for everybody. So we ask that. And also, when we just got here the first time, the second day, neighbors from behind our house came say hi, and we love it. A couple of days later, they invited us to have dinner. We love that as well. But I think a lot of Dutch people, they come here to have their privacy, and they don't want people on their door. But yeah, probably those same people that don't want that also say they don't get to know a lot of people here. So you have to integrate in the culture, go along with it. We love it here. In the Netherlands, we had a lot of neighbors, because everything is so close together, but you don't get to know most of them. And here we have a really good connection with our neighbors. So yeah, if you're not used to that or don't like that, you're probably going to feel very lonely here. But we don't feel lonely at all here, because we go to our neighbors a lot. It's so nice to be there, or when they get here, it's really, really nice. So that might be a reason why people are moving back. Not sure, of course, but schools was we had questions about that too. How do we do it with schools for the kids? At the moment, they don't go to school. They are 3 and 5 years old, and yeah, in Sweden, school starts at 6. So they don't go to school yet. They will be going to förskola pretty soon. That's the preschool. But at the moment, they don't go to school yet. And as we said in a couple of times in other videos, we are going to move to another house. which is closer to schools. But that will be for another video. Yeah, we are moving. We are keeping this house, but we are also moving to another house which is closer to schools, because we don't. They can go to school. It's a 50-minute drive, and here there are school buses that pick your kid up, but we don't want that for them, that they have to drive 1 hour to school and 1 hour back. As much as we love this house, so that's why we are moving. But it could be okay for them to have that drive. They drive with their friends probably in the school bus. So I'm not saying it can be done, but we don't want that for our kids. So we are moving in a couple of weeks, and then they go to förskola there. Where in Sweden do we live? We live in Norrbotten, so really in the northern part of Sweden, and just above the polar circle, and between Överkalix and Gällivare we live. So it's properly north. We also had a couple of comments that we look so peaceful here, and that our house looks so peaceful. And that's funny, because we feel very peaceful. The all the nature around us and the quietness. There's not so much input here. In big cities you have car noises, plane noises, a lot of people around you, and here there's just calm noise. And like I said, you have to work here a little bit, plowing the snow, chopping wood, whatever. And when you're doing that, you don't get a lot of input. You're doing that job, and that's where your mind is focused on, and that's what you're doing, and that is really a peaceful state of mind. And when you are finished with that, you have it feels rewarding. So in city life you have so much input, so much stuff to do, or you're on your phone the whole day, and then you get messages from Facebook or Instagram or whatever all those apps are. And we are not on our TV. We almost never watch TV. We're not on our phone a lot. So we don't have a lot of input here, and we love that. And also the nature here. It's such a peaceful vibe here. But it's not for everybody, I think. Some people would find it extremely boring, probably. So that's a nice bridge to another question. Don't you get bored here? No, we don't. I was more bored in the Netherlands, in the city, than I am here, because there's always stuff to do. Work on the house, on the cars. We are at the neighbors a lot. When we drive to the stores, it's a thing, It's nice to drive here, I think. So the 50-minute drive to the stores, it's also so peaceful, and you always look around. It's nice here to go for walks. A lot of people here have snowmobiles. We don't have that yet, but that would be nice for the future. A lot of people have ATVs here. So there is a lot of things to do here. No, there are not any bars around here. But I don't need that. I like to be in nature, do things in nature, do things in the house. So no, we are never ever bored here. Never. That's why we never watch TV. You start watching TV when you're bored, I think. And we never watch TV anymore, because we always have things to do. Blum. Yeah, last question about the connection between the Swedish people and Dutch people. I think so too. There's some kind of connection. A lot of people in the Netherlands, they like Swedish people, maybe because cultures are a bit the same. And my family also has some kind of connection with Sweden. My mother has lived here for 6 months when she was young. Other family members have lived here. My uncle and cousins live in Norway. So in my family there's definitely a connection, but also just Swedish people and Dutch people in general. I read an article yesterday that I think about 50% of Dutch people have Scandinavian blood in them. So there's a big chance we have Scandinavian blood in us as well. So maybe that is why it feels like coming home for us here. So yeah, we that might be, maybe my ancestors are from here, and that's why it feels so good here. Might be. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. If I left something out, or if you have another question, please ask. We love getting so much comments. Or maybe one thing I haven't mentioned, and that's I think 90% of all the comments was just Swedish people saying, "Welcome to Sweden, you are so welcome here." And yeah, that feels so great. That's also what we feel when we meet Swedish people in person. We feel very welcome here, and we are so grateful for that. So thank you for all those comments, and thank you for watching this video also, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.